Hey bears! I am the Gaming-Grizzly and welcome to my top 5 tips and tricks for how to get rich and earn T-Stones in Durango Wildlands. Big thank you to Nexon for sponsoring this video. So you wonder how to make 1 million T-Stones in Durango Wildlands just like me? Well, it's actually pretty easy and I will explain to you exactly how I did it. Therefore, I would really like if you could support my channel by leaving a fat like, share this video with all of your friends and leave me a comment in the comment section below about your tips for the game. And if you are new, make sure to subscribe to the Gaming-Grizzly for more Durango videos. But let's jump right into it. Tip number 1. Crafting and selling. In my opinion, the easiest way to earn a lot of money in Durango is by crafting goods and selling them on the island market to other players. Let me give you a quick example. First, you want to figure out what you want to craft and sell. For this video, I will go for the crossbow. Let's check out for how much they sell the crossbows on the market. Oh, it's 20,000 T-Stones? That's not too bad, right? To get through this quicker, I will only buy the resources that we need for the crossbow in the store. Keep in mind that if you gather most of the materials, this will be even cheaper. Next, we want to click on the info symbol to see which components we need to build the weapon. The limb alone is way too expensive, so we are going to buy the materials to build our limb. We need 2 trimmed wood pillars, which cost us 2,300, 1 cord, which costs 1,700, and 4 nails for a total of 400 T-Stones. So it costs us a total of 4,400 T-Stones to craft the limb alone. Next up, we have the body that we need to create our crossbow. This one costs only 2,700. You know what? I'll take it. That's a reasonable price. The last component, the bowstring, on the other hand, is too expensive for me. So let's just build one. We need 2 dried leather straps, which are buyable for 1,000 T-Stones each, and we need a level 35 oil, which costs 300 T-Stones. After crafting the bowstring, we have gathered all the components that we need to build our crossbow. So how much did it cost in total? In total, we bought materials and components worth 9,400 T-Stones. Keep in mind that the price on the market might be different, since other players might sell things for a lower or higher price. Okay, so we will set the price to 19,990 T-Stones to be the cheapest seller for the crossbow on the market. And it tells us that our profit will be 17,400 T-Stones. And we also have to think about the registration fee, which is 1,000 T-Stones. Which means we will earn 16,400 T-Stones from selling the crossbow. All you have to do now is being patient. Since we are the cheapest seller, soon someone will buy our crossbow. As you can see in my selling history, I crafted a lot of crossbows and sold them to a lot of different players to earn money for basically doing nothing. But how much did I gain from each crossbow? Well, we paid around 9,400 T-Stones for all the materials, and we earned 16,400 from selling the finished crossbow, which brings us a profit of pretty much 7,000 T-Stones. Again, all we did was buying materials, crafting the crossbow and selling it for profit. Of course, this works with other items too, not only the crossbow. Tip number 2. Warped items. Have you ever noticed the warped remains landmarks in the game? Sometimes you can find things that are extremely valuable there. Often you will find cars at these craters and you can gather seat belts, fabrics, car hoods and other stuff from the cars, which you can sell for a pretty good amount of T-Stones. Sometimes you will even find rare items standing around, like a rocking horse, student or office tables or an iron bed. Always make sure to check the market for the worth of these items, because they can be high priced. Just take a quick look at my selling history. I sold iron beds for 25,000 up to 50,000 T-stones each. Car hoods and metal blades for around 5,000 T-stones each. Rocking horses for almost 4,000 T-stones each. Seat belts for 3,500 T-stones each. And so on and so on. You get the idea. But you might have noticed that these items look like they are glitching if you check them out in your inventory. Very important now is that you send them back to your domain via a warp hole. Do not, I repeat, do not just fast travel to your domain, because you will lose these items in your inventory. What you need to build is a makeshift career warp hole exit, which you can learn to build as soon as your construction skill reach level 5 to send these items back to your domain. You can now go to the warp hole on the island to send them over. It might also take some time until you receive the items at the exit warp hole, but as soon as you can collect them, you can sell them for a good price at the market. Tip number 3. Trade yourself up. Remember the craft and sell tip from earlier? I showed you that I sold the crossbows for a profit of 16,400 T-stones and a selling price of 19,990 T-stones, right? Well, there will always be someone who wants to sell items even quicker and offers these items to an even lower price than the average price on the market. You can take advantage of this. It's a quick way to earn a couple of thousand T-stones with no effort at all. Here you can see that I've purchased every crossbow that was cheaper than 16,400 T-stones. Some for as cheap as 12,000 and some for 15,000 T-stones. I sold them for the regular price again, and that's it! I earned 4,400 T-stones from the cheapest one I bought and 1,400 T-stones from the most expensive one. But again, this took no effort at all. You only have to know the prices on the market and you will earn yourself a lot of T-stones. Tip number 4. Sell everything. Okay, now this is really important because I see a lot of players just throwing away the stuff that they don't need and that they think is nothing worth. First of all, everything has a price in Durango, even if it's a small price. Sometimes you might find your bag stuffed with items that you don't need. Check out the market and sell them there. Yes, you might think, okay, this will give me 100, maybe 200 T-stones. That's not gonna make me rich. Well, you are very wrong, my friend. Look at my selling history right here. I sold hundreds and hundreds of items while playing the game. Some are only worth a few hundred T-stones and some a few thousand. But please don't just throw away your goods. It's basically like throwing away money. And trust me, you will find a buyer for everything. So don't even think about the registration fees. Tip number 5. Missions and tasks. Another easy way to earn T-stones is by completing missions at the communication center and tasks from your daily and weekly task list. First of all, you want to do these missions anyway to level up faster, since they grant you a good amount of experience points as well. But check out the rewards. The higher you level up, the higher the rewards. Right now I can get around 800, 1100 or even 2200 T-stones for just completing a mission at the communication center. And if you go to your daily tasks, you will find that there are also relatively easy tasks available that you can do every day to earn some T-stones. For example, budget 10 times. Like, what? That's free money! And the weekly tasks provide an even better reward. Almost 10,000 T-stones for exploring the islands. Usually I check out the new islands anyway, and all you have to do is you have to complete a few small pioneer missions at the level 30 islands, which you can access as soon as you have reached level 26. And there you go! 10,000 T-stones! Alright. Those were my top 5 tips and tricks for how to get rich and earn T-stones in Durango Wildlands. If they helped you out or if you learned something new, please support me by leaving a fat like a comment in the comment section below, and if you are new, make sure to subscribe to the Gaming-Grizzly for more Durango videos. I hope you all have a great day and see you all in the next video. Bye bye!